da da da. Ba ba da ba da 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 da. Ha ha da 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 da. Hey 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 hey. Craig, is there some kind of parade going on in the studio? Yes, there is. Imaginary viewer. Imaginary viewer in the 18 to 34-year-old demographic. This tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a great night for American broadcasting. Tonight, the Late Late Show with me, the Scottish Conan guy, celebrates. This is our 900th episode of the show. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. And by way of recognition, CBS got me a fantastic gift. I'm moved, humbled by their largesse. Their generosity leaves me feeling a little trembly and breathless and a little farty because they gave me my commemorative half a pencil. It's half a pencil, but it has Velcro on it, so you can put it on anywhere you like and just kind of, you know, meander around. If you need to jot anything down, you can just... They didn't get me this. I made it up. Because they didn't remember. I know. I'm not gonna let it upset me. 900 shows, that is like, you know, if you take out commercial time, that's like 4 hours of television. And that's, you know... Do you want to be on the 900th show? Come on up. Come on, it's all right. Sorry, hi. Let me just hide your logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because apparently we don't advertise on this network. Hi, sir, what's your name?
My name's Terry.
Welcome to the 900th show, Terry.
Thank you.
Sit down. Do you know what I think's amazing? That when Terry sat down, the bar for the audience thing was right across his, you know, area. See? It wasn't then. You moved, Terry. Or something moved. We'll be right back.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Bing, the first ever decision engine from Microsoft.
It's up to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman at your door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Hey! Look at you, come on in. Thank you. Please. I know. Me too, thank you. I am also very excited because the professional warm-up comedian told me I better be very excited. That was a weird laugh, wasn't it? That was a kind of a ha ha ha, and then he goes, hey, laugh, and they're like, ah ha ha. If they don't laugh, we hurt them. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. It is. You know why, of course. Do you know why? It's a great day for America because, of course, it is Friday, everybody. Yes! Friday. I loves me my Fridays. Hey, there's a big birthday today. The FCC turns 75 today. The FCC is the organisation that stops foul language from going on TV. A fine organisation. To them, I say, happy birthday, FCC. Happy birthday. You can see that coming, but come on, we all wanted me to say it. I said it. We're done. It's out the way. I'll never say it again. I'm sorry, FCC. I don't know what came over me. I just don't. I'll go to rehab. Hey, scientists say they've discovered an ancient lake on Mars, which is very exciting. If you're a scientist, they're very exciting. An ancient lake. It is so exciting for scientists that after finding liquid on Mars, they found liquid in their pants. Now, look, I know that's not a good joke, but in my defense, I did sell it pretty hard. Didn't I? I did. I said, in their pants. I just saw a guy over there going, I don't care how you sold the joke. That's a bad joke. I know it's a bad joke, but I did the double hand out sell. In their pants. I did that. Too late now. The new kids on the block, remember them? They're great. Anyway, they had to cancel their Australian tour because of the bad economy. And, of course, it's no longer 1989. Do you know what everyone in Hollywood is excited about? You can tell out there. You can probably see everyone in Hollywood very excited out the window of the studio. Oh, we're very excited. Why are you so excited, people of Hollywood? Well, because they're making a remake of the movie Bride of Frankenstein. I know, yeah. Do we have a picture of the original Bride of Frankenstein? Yeah, there you are. That's good. Look at that. Very creepy looking. Who could they possibly get to play her in the remake? Do we have a picture of that? Yeah, there you are. Do you know a bus driver in England was fired because they found out she's also a porn star, which is very sad because most people on the bus said it was the best ride of their life. All right, that's enough. That's enough. No, here's what I talk about. There's a couple of new movies open today I'm very excited about. One is called Year One, about ancient times. It stars Jack Black. You know, and in ancient times, if you got committed a crime, you got stoned. And something tells me Jack Black has committed a lot of crimes in his life. Anyway, it's a great name for a movie, Year One, because you can name the sequels really easy, like Year One, Part Two. The Legend of Curly's Gold. My favourite movie about ancient times is 1 Million Years BC with Raquel Welch in the fur bikini. That is awesome. Do you got a picture of that? Yeah, look at that. See, now, that's a woman right there. You see, nowadays, the anorexic skanks of Hollywood. Have a look at that. Yes, that's a woman. That's what a woman looks like. Anyway, in the movie, Raquel played a girl who gets lost in ancient... She still had time to fix her bikini. It's like, oh, I don't know where I'm going. Why don't they have fur bikinis anymore in the movies? I think it's something to do with waxing. That's right, I blame the Brazilians. Although I don't know if I want to see Jack Black in a fur bikini. Although he's a very hairy guy, Jack Black. He could just shave his stomach and he would look like he was wearing a fur bikini. There's another big movie opening today. It's called The Proposal. It stars Sandra Bullock as an uptight book editor and Ryan Reynolds. Oh. He stars as a set of rock-hard abs that teaches her how to love. What the hell's that guy that looks like Ryan Reynolds in a bookstore? What's he doing in a bookstore? He's not looking for Sandra Bullock. If he looked... Anyway, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not that I'm... Oh, well, never mind. You know who's in the movie, though, that I like? Betty White. I love Betty White. She's... No, I do. She's the... Betty White is the Morgan Freeman of comedy. If you put her in a movie, it's automatically better. It's like when Morgan Freeman's in a movie, you go, well, it must be a good movie. Morgan Freeman in it. You go, get busy living, get busy dying. And then the same with Betty White. If Betty White's in the movie, you go, well, it's going to be good, because that's why we have her on this show all the time. Because let's be honest, this is a crap show. But when Betty comes on, you're like, oh, finally, and you know it's going to be funny. And then when she leaves, it's time to go to bed. I feel the same way, but I have to stay until the end because I'm the one that locks up the studio here. Now, I'm not a Hollywood marketing genius, but I'll bet The Proposal is a movie that probably has a wacky marriage proposal in it, because there's a lot of pressure these days on guys to propose in a unique way. I know a guy, this is true, right? I can't tell you who it is, because he's a famous writer in Hollywood, but he used to work on The Drew Carey Show, so you can Google him. And this is a true story, and so I won't tell you his name, but you could Google him, and you could probably guess. And, no, it wasn't Drew, is what I'm saying. Anyway, he was proposing to his girlfriend, and he went to Ireland to propose. He's a very strange guy, this guy. Nice guy, but strange. And he was proposing to his girlfriend, so what they did is they went out for a romantic walk in the Irish countryside, and then they were staying at a castle. So they had a meal and everything. They went back to the castle, and because, you know, Ireland's very romantic. Hey, diddly-ho, hey, hey. And then, they're getting ready for bed, the same bed, even though they weren't married. I know, that's the scandalous part. Anyway, so they're getting ready for bed, and he got the ring, because she didn't know he was going to propose, and he got the ring, and he put it in an area, and he said to her, he came out the bathroom, he said, oh, honey, I've got a very painful boil, in my, This is true! This is true! He said, honey, I've got a very painful boil, round the back, in the artist's entrance, this is around the, I'm talking about his ass, right? Anyway. So he said, I've got a very painful boil, and she's like, I don't want to see this. And he's like, oh, please, honey, I'm in agony here, have a look. And she gives in, because she's a compassionate woman, and she goes to look, and he'd hidden a ring there as a surprise. Which I think that is the grossest, oddest wedding. And the weird thing, who wants to be the ring bearer at that wedding? All right, we got to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, yes. Applaud, studio audience, who nearly saw me die. Last night on the show, right, Thursday, Wolfgang Puck was on the show, and he had a catfish with him, and the catfish, there was some oil to cook the catfish, and it was left on the floor overnight, apparently. And as I walked by the desk to walk back here, using the time between the commercial breaks, because this show is live, as we were going around there, I step in the catfish oil, and not only did I nearly fall and die of falling... What? Do you have it on tape? Really? Well, let's see. Can we see it? There I go. I'm walking. Oh, see? I nearly fell. Go on, chuckle in your not very enthusiastic way. Fine, but I nearly died. And you know what's weird? Because I said that Wolfgang Puck was here last night. Now, if you watched the show last night, you'll think, wait, Greg, Wolfgang wasn't on the show last night. I know, he wasn't on the show last night, but he'll be on the show next week. So I think what happened was that he snuck in early, put some catfish oil on the floor in order to murder me so he wouldn't have to come here next week. And you're thinking to me, no, that's Craig. Craig, Craig, I can hear you saying it. You're saying, Craig, that's impossible. Wolfgang Puck would not murder you. Oh, well, let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, he is Austrian. Anyway, I survived walking around the desk, which is a relief to me, if to no one else. And now I'll see if we have time for email. Do we have time for email? Yeah. Well, let me say it. It's the only pleasure I get. Apart from that, you know what, by the way, I'm going to sue. I think I've got whiplash from walking around there. You know when you give someone a little bump at the back and then they go, oh, when they come out the car like that, you go, oh, here we go. I'm that guy. All right, this is from Ty in Honolulu in Hawaii. Oh, aloha. Ty says, hey, Craig, is it okay to ask a girl out when she's running on a treadmill? I don't think so, no. I think running on a treadmill says, give me my distance, mister. It's all right to do eye contact when the girl's running on the treadmill, but if you do it too often, she may fall. Like some kind of second-rate late-night host in some fish oil in a crappy studio. No, I think you don't annoy girls when they're doing things that don't include you. There, I've said it. What are you awing at? I'm trying to respect the feminist movement. I'm trying to get parity for my sisters. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to be reconstructed post-feminist man. And then suddenly you go, oh, because you won't hit on... Fine, hit on any girl anytime you like, anywhere. There, fine. All right, this is from Darren in Worcestershire, in Massachusetts. All right. He says, Dear Craig, today in biology... Kid must go to college. Okay. Today in biology, my college professor stopped class for 5 minutes to lecture me on how terrible my penmanship is in front of a dozen or so students. It was humiliating. Could you please insult him on your show so that I can have my revenge? At least, I think that's what it says. I can hardly read the... Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's typed, of course. It's an email. Right, I don't know what your professor's name is, but, yeah, okay, I'm with you on this. Hey, knock it off, Professor. Do you ever read a book? You're a college professor, right? You probably read a book or two in your life. There's a book called 1984 by George Orwell, where he talks about the neat handwriting of the illiterate. And I think what he means by that is that people who study very carefully about their penmanship may be covering up something else, like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm always very careful around people with very neat penmanship anyway. It's like when you go into someone's house and all their tchotchkes are in a line. Do you know who does that? Austrians. Austrians from the future. Oh, there's a terrible wind blowing in the studio. This is from Frida Petrine. Oh, a second name, finally. Frida Petrine in Levanger in Norway. Oh, Stachenhuchenbehi. Norwegians are like, what the hell did he say? That's not even Norwegian. I know, I was just making it up. I'm still a bit woozy from my, you know... Frida says, how come your show isn't on Norwegian television? We are bored. Well, you're Norwegians. And also... Well... I'm kidding. I love Norway with your... Vikings. Whoa, yeah! Norway's awesome. I've been to Norway, actually. I went to Oslo. They got a cafe in the centre of Oslo called Cafe Opera, where you can go and have snacks. You know, I think I was better at this until I had my eye accident over there. We have to take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Call me, lawyers. Hey, you know, a lot of people say to me, Craig. And I'm like, yeah? What? And they're like, no, just hi. And then other people that don't say that, they say, Craig, do you know this, that Prince Charles is not only the Prince of Wales in the UK, he's also the king of late-night TV in the UK? I'm like, no, that's not true. They say, it is true. And then they say, look at this clip. And I'm like, where did you get a clip? We're in a Starbucks. But apparently you can get clips in Starbucks now. Take a look at this clip from Starbucks.
Live from Buckingham Palace, it's the Rather Late programme with Prince Charles. Brought to you by British Gin. Gin, helping people make terrible decisions since 1763. Ladies and gentlemen, the King of Late Night.
Oh, welcome to London, welcome to the Rather Late programme. I am your host, TV's Prince Charles. All right. All right, ladies. Hey, it's Go Fishing Day today, and I'd just like to say, if you don't have the equipment for it, go ahead and grab my pole. Everybody else does. My ear coming off. Oh, I'm falling apart. Hey, listen. Universal Studios is planning a remake of The Bride of Frankenstein. It's about a scary white-faced woman made up of different body parts. The producers are trying to cast Michael Jackson. Oh. Hey, hey. Hey. Hey, you know there's Susan Boyle? You know Susan Boyle? She's awesome. She's been invited to perform on America's Got Talent. Miss Boyle says she'll do it if she can get her eyebrows through customs. Hey, I can have you beheaded. Or at least have your ear cut off. Let's ascend to the throne, shall we? Come on. What happened to your hat? You've got it on the wrong way round. You don't look like a guardsman, you look like a bloody Jonas brother. A large Jonas brother. Who are you? Bonus Jonas? See what I did there? Yeah, never mind. All right. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. My ear's coming off. Whoa, whoa. Do we have time for a parchment? Oh, great. All right. This is a parchment. This is from Mahmoud A, and he's in Iran. Hang on, I'll do it like this then, all right. Dear Prince Charles, says Mahmoud, I recently won a fraudulent election and now everyone hates me. What should I do? Mahmoud. Well, Mahmoud, the first thing you should do is stop having elections. It's too messy. My family got their position the old-fashioned way. We stole it. Speaking of my family, by the way, I saw a report on the interwebs that my son William has been looking for a house in Malibu, California. Yes, that's just the kind of ugly rumor is exactly why the internet should only be used for porn. Anyway, I thought this would be a good time to talk to him and find out what's really going on. So get your royal arse out here, William. Come on, let's have you out here.
Yes, Father?
You have to speak up. I'm losing my... I can't really hear you. What? What did you say?
Yes,
what did you say?
Father.
All right. William, they're saying you want to move to California. Is this true?
Yes, Father.
I can't believe you would hide this from me. Are there any other terrible dark secrets you're keeping? Do you want to stop playing polo?
No.
All right. You don't want to work for a living, do you?
No.
All right. Thank heaven, because that's a deal breaker right there, I'll tell you. You don't want to wear a lady's underpants, do you?
Well, actually, yes.
I knew it, like father, like son. Well, don't worry. You've even got the famous royal ear, I can see. Don't worry, Willie. The men in our family have been wearing panties for hundreds of years, generations and generations. It's how we keep the crown jewels polished. Anyway, if you insist on going to Malibu, California, I must make one request. Take me with you.
No.
Oh, come on, let me come. I'll wear my baseball cap backwards. I'll get my back waxed. I'll even learn the lingo. Look, watch. Dude.
Not a chance.
Do you hear something? I couldn't hear anything. Oh, it's a sheep of time. Join me next week when my guest will be the most dangerous, unstable dictator in the world, Gordon Ramsay, everybody. Ha! Welcome back to the show they'll talk about for years. The night that this show was visited by Austrians from the future. Hello, we are from the future. In our planet, there are no men to procreate, so we have to come to your planet from the future. No, that's a different movie entirely. Sorry. My first guest tonight is a star of Breaking Bad on AMC. Very, very good. Have a look at this.
When have you...
That's hilarious. I mean, come on. Please welcome Bryan Cranston, everybody.
Yeah, I thought we'd show one of the more humorous moments of Breaking Bad.
I was going to say, there's a lot of laughs in that show. I mean, it's an intense show. There's up, there's down, there's all right. But that wasn't the funniest part of the show. But that's fine.
Yeah,
it fits in with the rest of what we're doing here tonight, actually. So it's all right. Nice to see you with a bit of hair.
A little bit of hair going. Yes. How are you?
I'm all right.
It's 4 years ago since I've been on the show.
Well, why the hell have you not been on in 4 years?
It must be that restraining order.
Yeah, I guess. Well. So you've forgiven me now?
I have, indeed.
All right.
Yes.
No, the last time you were here, though, the air conditioning wasn't working.
That's right.
We had to open the windows at the back there.
Your Madame Trousseau's wax figure. He has a complete wax figure of himself in his dressing room, completely melted.
It completely melted?
Yeah.
You made that up?
Yeah.
I don't have a wax figure of myself in my dressing room. I don't even have a dressing room. What the hell are you talking about? Wait, this is not one of your big-timey shows where you have dressing rooms and wax figures. This is what I've got. A snake cup and a dangerously damp floor.
I like it. Look at that.
That is good, actually, isn't
That's
it?
special.
It is. Yeah.
Especially when you drink the venom like you are now.
No, that's not the venom. That's just coiled snake juice.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You can have a drink out of that cup if you want.
Can I? What is in here?
That's probably melted wax. Hey!
Oh, hey!
Now look what you've done on the floor.
Hey, spit tape! Now someone else is going to slip on that.
Did you go to drama school?
Yeah.
Did you learn how to do that at drama school?
The spit take? Yeah. From, the show of shows is what I learned it from.
Oh, right.
Watching all those guys from yesteryear and Carl Reiner and all those guys.
He's great, Carl
Oh,
Reiner.
my
He's
God.
been on the show many times, Carl Reiner.
He's a genius.
Yeah. He came on the night. What happened the night Carl was on? Oh yeah, I think that light was broken. Did you hear that? I tell you, I've got to be honest. If I wasn't making this up, no one would believe it. This is the crappiest studio in television.
My co-star Anna Gunn was on your show.
Yes,
recently.
she was here. Yeah.
And the night she was on, the lights went out in the studio. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
they
Well,
just
you'll have to
completely
be
went
more
up.
specific because that happens quite a lot here. And to be honest, it's kind of like doing a show in a haunted house. Are you scared right now? Because I'm like the.
No, you know what it is that you power the whole studio off of solar panels, and you know it's late, so the power
So it's dark, yeah. The power
runs
winds down.
down.
Yeah, that's
so-
what it is. Yeah. I'll do it. Yeah, that'll take care of it. Nice
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Hey, are you frightened of ghosts?
Scary ones.
Yeah. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Well, because I was just thinking, if this was a haunted house, would you be scared? You know, would you be scared if it was a haunted house, or would you be like, oh, this is great? This is like Ghost Hunters on TMC, I think it's.
What scares me are Austrians of the future.
They're going to be the Austrians of the future. Will be super-powered Austrians
Yes.
with special slit powers.
I know.
Have you done a lot of drugs?
No.
I don't.
Did
I
I
don't,
answer that too fast?
I don't necessarily mean tonight. Yeah.
No, that missed me. That whole period. I don't know why. I was never into drugs.
Really?
No,
what
never
was your
did.
What was your thing when you were a kid? What was your act of rebellion as a kid?
I was nicknamed Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was from my own family.
Why?
They nicknamed me Sneaky Pete because I was always looking for the shortcut. I didn't want to, you know, if I had to work, I would always get my little sister to try to do something. I'd pay her a dime, you know, and I was always trying
I'm amazed you're not in jail, Sneaky Pete. You're a wild man.
And smoking imaginary cigarettes was the same thing.
Yes.
Yes.
I also enjoy the imaginary cigarette.
Austrians of the future.
Yes. Austrians of the future will smoke cigarettes which are invisible.
But let me turn this around because they like to hold them this way.
Oh, so I like to use my invisible cigarette holder.
Oh, look at that! Von Upsmanship, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Austria?
I gotta stop these.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, sorry,
starting
yeah.
to get imaginary cancer.
No, you don't want to do that. I can't believe you got a laugh when the word cancer.
that's
That's
right.
amazing.
It's funny. It's just like Breaking Bad. It's a show about a guy who got cancer.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, but
It's hilarious.
It kind of weirdly is. It's a very dark, twisted, odd show. I'm very fond of it. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to do. And
You got an Emmy nomination last year for that. Or an Emmy, in fact. Did you get the Emmy? I can't remember. I was sitting next to somebody.
you know, I did get an Emmy, and I really highly recommend them. Have you got one? I'm just recommending. They're quite lovely.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I recommend getting a snake cup.
I tell you what. We're even because I haven't got one of those.
Yeah, but they're a little easier to get.
I can get them in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
where we
get them
shoot
at the
show.
Rattlesnake Museum.
Rattlesnake
Actually,
Museum.
somebody told me today that they were at the Rattlesnake Museum in
Yeah.
Albuquerque, and the guy says he's getting through about 50 of these in a week.
No
Shipping them
kidding.
out. Yeah, they're the big hot ticket item now.
You should get a percentage of that. In fact, you should every night you should have a different mug, a different novelty mug, and get a percentage of that.
But see, now this is the kind of thinking we need around here. That's
I could be your agent.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you very wealthy?
Extremely well.
Yeah. I can see why.
Good news, I just bought the network. Your job is safe.
Thank you very much indeed. Bryan Cranston, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My next guest Dressed as an indie rocker, he's gone country with his new album, Changing Horses. He's here performing Wantin' Her Again. Please welcome Ben Kweller, everybody. Ben Kweller.
Oh, that girl, she has me running back and forth and over again. She says she's gonna love me, but she just won't tell me when. She won't ever say, 'cause she just wants to play. Oh, she just wants me, wanting her again. She comes from California, so she's got a lot of guys. Well, that's where she was born, right beneath the old sunshine. I'm a lonely man, but she don't understand. No, she just wants me, wanting her again. She loves to know that I need to know. Everywhere she wants to go, that girl's a crook. Got my heart in her pocketbook. Oh, she don't even wanna be my friend. No, she just wants me, wanting her again. So don't you breathe a word of this, or I will be dead meat. And you're better off ignoring her. If you see her on the street, she'll treat you the same. She hardly knows my name. Oh, she just wants me, wanting her again. Well, I thought about it, gonna live without it. Gonna stand up straight, I'd appreciate the things she's done. Girl was smart, she'd be on the run. Oh, she'd be happy to dig a hole and throw you in. She just wants me, wanting her again. Just wanted her again. Just wanted her again. No.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
Whoa, yeah, we spent all the money on the cat graphic at the end. There you are. There's your 900th show present. A cat that lights its own farts. Take that, hotly contested late night time slots. Hey, it's the 900th show of the crappiest show on TV, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Good night.